Hi, and welcome to Book Talk with Lainey, because I talk about books, and I'm Lainey. Now, I just recently posted a video where I judge book covers, request if I could judge book covers since I'm a graphic designer. And even though it was a shit ton of work, dude, it took me 2 hours to record it and about 8 hours to edit, but it was totally worth it because it was definitely by far the most favorite video that I've ever done. And it also, I think a lot of people liked it a lot. I asked if I should do a part 2, and somebody asked me, bless them, if I could do the same thing but with international covers. Now, because this takes a lot of editing and a lot of time to do, I split this up. I think I'm planning on doing an entire series of this, of me judging certain book covers. So if you want to see me judge specific book covers, now in this video I'm judging German book covers. And like I said, if you have certain wishes that I do, like in your language, like a specific book, like a book series, like I plan also to do the different covers of Akatar and Throne of Glass. If you have any wishes what I should do, or a specific book that you really want me to judge, let me know. I'm open. Like I said, I want to do a series out of this. Again, with the same disclaimer, I'm in college to be a graphic designer. I have been in school for 3 years now, and I'm not the graphic designer. I'm not like I said in the last, I'm no Milton Glaser, I'm no Sol Bass. I'm just doing this for fun, but I say I'm the perfect person to judge book covers because bookworm and I'm a designer. I know what we want to see. I know what we have to do. So this is what we're doing. Like I said, I chose German book covers. Now, I best of research what these books are. For most of these, did not know what the books were, English version, so I really tried my best. If I get something wrong, please let me know. But I just know I haven't figured out what most of these books are. Once again, I'm not judging the books, I'm judging the covers. So I'm not hating on the book or the author or even the designer. This is just for fun. So, again, you got my laptop, got my tier list. I used the same tier list. I'm gonna go through it again and explain it again, but it's the same tier list as last time because I thought it worked pretty much, because it's a little like Easter eggs and funny jokes between graphic designers, so I thought this was still great. But I'm gonna explain it again. The best tier is you understood the assignment, it's perfect. You got it. You deserve a raise. The second one is you get to judge every design you come by. Great. Because there's a little thing with graphic designers, you cannot take us anywhere where we will not. Like, we judge every design we come by. You cannot take us anywhere. And this person in this criteria gets to do that because I said so. The third one is Canva template. It's mid. Because I call it Canva template because a lot of people who are not graphic designers but want to get into designing and just do it for shits and giggles use Canva, and they have a lot of templates and they're just not very good. The templates. Okay. The fourth one is hashtag graphic design is my passion. I think I have to explain this real fast. Graphic design is my passion is something that graphic designers use for people who are not, let's say, qualified to be a graphic designer, but they think they are and they just think they're the shit. I hope that makes sense. It's a no. And the fifth one is Comic Sans font. It's a flop because Comic Sans font is a flop. I also picked out fewer books because I think last time I thought I could deal with it, but I took about almost 80 book covers. It was just too much for one video, so I only chose about 40 covers. So yeah. Now, let's go. Okay. What is this? Okay, this is Amber in the Ashes. Jesus Christ. See, and no offense, you know what this cover reminds me of? Like a Turkish soap opera, which they're amazing. these are entertaining as fuck, but it's giving the vibe of, why is there a shadow around the face? And then it goes down, and then it goes up again, and then there's, first of all, with the real people on covers, what is this? I thought we left this in the past. I don't understand why the typo, like the end symbol, is crossing in the eye and the eye below. I just think there's like a bad choice of a gradient on the typo. Also the picture is like, the gradient is like not straight. It's just so badly placed. If you look at this from afar, the typo goes into the same color. Subtitle, just, you cannot read this. It's not very good. It's not just not very good, it's not good, it's bad. Also a terrible shot of the picture. Why would you cut it off there? Just cut it off at the eyes. Okay, first book, terrible choice. It is giving no, not a Comic Sans, it's giving graphic design is my passion. It's a no. Big time no. This is, I don't know which one it is, but it's one of the Twilight books. I don't know which one it is. You know what? It's not good. Okay, don't get me wrong. It's not very good. It's not very pleasing. It's really, really weird. But it's fine. It's really fine because they're working with the background design into the typo. It's a little much. Like, if you look at it, you can see that it's working with it. Like, it goes around it. It doesn't cut it off. It doesn't go behind it. It doesn't cross it. It's fine. But what really bothers me is the typo choice for the author's name and the subtitle, because it just doesn't quite fit. Like, the black, it's not, the typo choice is not very good. Maybe there could have been like space, like the design could have like kind of like go around it, like with the typo, like the title. And the blood drop, I just don't understand why they made it like realistic glassy when they didn't do that with the title. Like, it's two different types of things, and no, I don't like it. But it's giving Canva template. It's mid. Jesus. Now, the British Kingdom. They did her so bad. Oh my god. Why? You know what I don't understand is when you think of a concept, you think of a design choice, and then you don't pull it through the entire design. Is that water? Probably, I don't know. Like, the blue thing is going through the dome. It's going through it, design that's a good thing. I like that. But why didn't they do it with the king and the bridge? And also, the eye in bridge, that little detail is so unnecessary. King, they just left it at the normal size. That's a good choice, but the eye in bridge is so unnecessary. It just looks weird. We're just gonna ignore about the sticker because the sticker is always trash. I could live with the design, but the little doodles and the city or whatever it is and the bottom just makes it terrible. And also, again, with the typo choice. I think if they'd use like the design that they did with the dome in the kingdom, it would have been great. But the unnecessary little details and choices they made just ruined it. So it's giving graphic design is my passion. Sorry. Actually, not sorry. You did this. So I'm taking this very personal because this is the German edition of Shadowhunters. Taking this very personal because I love Shadowhunters. Shadowhunters is my favorite book series of all time. I'm taking this very personal because this is absolute trash.
Where should I begin?
I have a lot to say. First of all, the entire design, but I'll get to this later. The thing that really bothers me, why is the author's name, like Cassandra Clare's name, placed in such an awkward place? Why? It's just not even centered. Like, the rest of the design is centered. It's just kind of squeezed in there. There's like a shit ton of space down here. Like, I get it. The atrocious design is taking it over. The design would be fine without the little window. The window makes no sense. Personally, if you use the design without the little stupid window, title inside that circle shit, that would have been great. Kind of place it up there. Why? The design is like... Also, why is there a huge space there of city of... Why is there such a huge gap? And nah, man. Nah. It's giving Canva template. It looks like a fucking filter from back in like when you use like a filter and you could put yourself into a glass or something. You know what I mean? So it's giving a template. Now I have 2 editions in here of 6 of Crows. Because I couldn't figure out, like, I know the one is 6 of Crows, and the other one, I'm not sure if it's Crooked Kingdom, so I took them both in here because they, like, also what is very important to say, I chose book covers that are really different from the English version, you know? That are completely different, and they're probably not the newest. They're probably outdated, but I still thought it would be funny. So now here we have I'm not sure. Someone tell me. It basically looks like the English version, right? But it's fine. Honestly, it's fine, but it's not great. I have nothing to say to this because it basically looks the same. I just don't understand the thing with the city into the crow's wing. That's kind of weird. And then at the bottom, like the silhouette of... Nah, I don't like it. It just like kind of bothers my eyesight. Also, I don't understand why are those little details under like the first word and next to the... I think those are articles, right? And then again next to the don't like it. It's giving graphic design is my passion. I'm sorry. Now, this is the book that I was like, why I wanted to do this. Like, besides that somebody asked me for it, but this was the first thing that came to mind because I've been dying to talk about this. But this monstrosity. It's a guitar. I can't. I know people collect these books and I literally do not understand why. It's a tragedy. It's an absolute tragedy. I have to calm myself a bit. Let's go. Okay, first of all, with the real picture, fucking weird. Then it's literally just photoshopped a branch with the flower petals are also photoshopped into this. And then what is she even standing on? Is it a flower field or is it snow? God knows. And then the typo with the title, right? But the subtitle is in the same font as the fucking author's name. It's tragedy. And then the weird gradient on the branches. And then this woman just holding. Did they do a photo shoot for this? Or did someone draw this? Or whatever it is. It's just like holding a bow. An archery thing. But I also don't understand why the title has like the different variations of the size of each of the letters, which is also like a common mistake I see is if you like put a space between each letter, you have to do a double space between words, which they did, but it's still kind of small. So nah, this is a flop. I'm sorry. It's not only it's giving graphic design is my passion, but it's so bad it's a flop. Okay, this is the Red Queen. It's just bad, okay? It's just ugly. What else is there to say? like they just took a picture and then they put a red flowy thing and called it a day. And again, it's so centered. Crown is just so unnecessary. Like, nah, man. It's giving graphic design is my passion because the way that it's made. Okay, The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, which I already talked about this in my last videos. All of Taylor Jenkins Reid books look exactly the same. And apparently also in the international edition, they still look the same, which it's just really boring. Okay, it's really boring. There's no thought behind it. The minimalistic detail of putting the title behind the picture, that's again what I'm saying. If you do something like that, you just have to do it correctly. You have to exaggerate it, because in these moments it just looks like a mistake or oh, is it or is it not? Maybe my eyes are like tricking me. If you do something like that, you have to like exaggerate it so it makes sense. And then again, it's so centered and kind of boring. It's boring, but it's not just boring. But I want to give it Canva template because that's what it's giving. Hi, this is me editing. You can see that there are 2 covers added on the tier list. I cut them out of the video because they simply look exactly the same as in the English version. And I also realized this while filming, so that's why I didn't show them in a video. Anyway, let's continue. Now the next one is, which I think they did it so bad, the Poppy War. Now, I'm not a fan of the English covers. The design would have been kind of fine, but if they didn't do it into a hyper-realistic style. I don't understand why they wrote the subtitle in small letters and the rest in big ones. And like R.F. Kuang is in bold. I don't know, I think this is a bad execution as well. But it's okay. I'll put it in mid. Now, I have no clue what this book is. I don't know. It's probably not a popular book, but I thought it was so bad. I don't even know if it's a book. I just had to take this in here. Because, first of all, why is it horizontal? I don't even know. Is it a calendar or something? I don't know. This looks literally, I think it's called Princess Lilifei or Lilifei, whatever. It looks exactly like the tragedy. It's absolutely terrible. I came across, I have no clue what it is, but I just had to take this into this cover. It looks like the one that she has like a mermaid friend or some shit. I've talked about this book multiple times. I don't even know if it's Little Thieves or the sequel. But I've talked about this multiple times that I hate this book and I hate this cover as well. Like, it would have been fine. The design idea is okay. The detail of the birds going into and like going out again is kind of weird. It's just a lot going on, but it's okay, I guess. So I'm giving it mid, even though I hate it. Jesus. Calm yourself. Where should I begin? Should I begin a terrible photoshopping job at the real people on covers? On the terrible typo choice? Or in general, the execution or the little sparkly bubbles that come up on the cover? Jesus Christ. It's a flop. It's more than a flop. It shouldn't even be allowed on this. Okay, Neon Gods by Katie Roberts. The English covers are already bad, but at least they're kind of, if you know a thing or two about Katie Roberts, she, the tendency of writing deadly ass smuts. Like, we're talking. What is this cover? It doesn't represent anything in the book. And what is the little details? You know what this looks like? This literally looks like something a religious nut would read. Like, no offense to religious people, but we're talking about the highly strict religious people. This person goes into a bookstore, probably an elderly woman, and reads, God, picks it up and then is traumatized. That is bad marketing because this ain't it. Also with the color choices, Like, couldn't you just stick a little bit to the original? Like, isn't the original like pink and blue? Yeah, it's giving graphic design is my passion. Okay, this is also, I didn't even know. This is the cover of Throne of Glass. I absolutely can't. But this is probably an this edition. I've never seen that. And it's so funny that they're putting Selena's name in the cover. They even changed the name, the title. And then why is the one and the name of Sarah J. Maas just black? The crown is so ugly, and you can't even read, like, in the Throne of Glass is in a gold cover with a lightning gradient, which you can literally not read off from afar. So that's just a bad choice. This is also I don't think we're ever gonna get over Canva because these are all so bad. So it's giving graphic design is my passion. This is also a great one. It's The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. Listen, if you're gonna do this, wouldn't it be appropriate to visualize the characters as like the description in the book? Because, and don't quote me on this, but if this is Jude, isn't Jude first of all Latina and has brown hair? Isn't Carden like Faye with like ears and shit and a tail? If this is the stolen heir, isn't Oak, is his name Oak? Doesn't he have horns? Like something, if you put real people on the cover, what? Did these people even read the book? You don't even read the book. Type in on Pinterest. Did these people even, how is this okay? It's giving graphic design is my passion. Ugh. This is the Dragon Promise. This cover is like, with what we've seen until as far like, I can't speak anymore because it's all so bad. Like with what we've seen so far, this is actually decent. Maybe just my standards have gone down. But it's still not good. The covers in the English version are so pretty and so cute. What are you doing? And also the border is so weird. Why is the border in the top behind the dragon and on the bottom in front of the dragon? Again, with the fucking just the design choices. Pull it through, push it through, all the things. Like, no. But it's mid. It's giving mid because it's just better than the rest. Oh, this is a great one. These are, I don't know which one, but this is one of the Shatter Me books. I think German publishers are just obsessed with just photoshopping pictures and calling it a day and cashing in that check for what? Nothing! It's so weird. It's so weird. Why? I'm no physicist. I'm no biologist. I'm no chemist. But wouldn't you think that adding fire, letting it like dissolve into the background, wouldn't make sense to put flames on water? Maybe that's just me, but in my opinion, I don't think that would work. I don't like it. It's giving graphic design is my passion. This is by Helen Huang, Love Challenge. I didn't figure out which one this is. Listen, it's ugly. It's really ugly, but it's the best we've seen so far. It's still giving mid. Now, is this the Raven Hood? I have no clue. The Raven Boys or some shit. Which, honestly, I like the design. I like it. I like the drawing aesthetic. You know, the typo, there could have been a better choice, but it's the best. I think this is the best we've seen so far. And I didn't think this was gonna happen in this video, but it's going into you get to judge every design you come by. Only because I like the design. Does it work on a book? No, but it's appealing. Naomi Novik, Scholomance, I'm sorry. this one, okay, maybe now we're getting it. Okay, now we're getting into the good covers. This is okay. This is fine. I like it. There's nothing much to say because it's actually a good one. And also by Naomi Novik, I couldn't figure out which book this is. I think it's Spinning Silver. Now, this is not good. It literally looks exactly like Akatar. The hell? Yes, you can copy my homework, but please change something so they will notice. It looks exactly the same. Oh my, is it the same girl? Oh my god. This is not very good, is it? So, because it looks exactly like Akatar, we're going to put it in the same category as Akatar. Yikes. Now, Elle Kennedy. I didn't think there was a possibility of making her book covers even worse, but you learn something new every day. Crazy. It's terrible. Why is there a huge spot in there? This is just absolutely atrocious. But it's giving graphic design is my passion. Now this is a funny story because I couldn't figure out, it took me so long to figure out what book this was because I know the author. She wrote one of my favorite books, and then I found out this is the book. It's called Court of Moon, and it's These Twisted Bonds, like These Hollow Vows by Lexi Ryan. First of all, why did they change the name? That's fucking weird. God, the cover is so bad. I don't know how much I can take anymore. I'm literally losing my degree while watching this. Ugh, where should I begin? I don't know, I don't want to. First of all, you can't even read the title. You can't even read the name of the author. Why? Then, what is this design? The entire thing makes no sense. I don't get it. I think I'm just really put off by the thing that they changed the entire name. And it's still English. At least they sticked with the color, you know? At least it's all blue and black. So it's still giving graphic design is my passion. Jesus Christ. Now, Twisted Hate. I completely shitted on the other cover. Here we are shitting on it again. I don't understand. This is just terrible, okay? What is it with German book covers? Just English, just like slapping on a picture, like a stock picture, blurring it. And German covers, they're not even blurring it. They're just putting it on there, choosing 3 different fonts, and calling it a day. Graphic design is my passion. We have a same cover again with Twisted Hate, which it's not good, but it's not great, but it's better than the English one, the German one that we just saw. So, and I actually kind of like it. Like, it's not great, but it's okay. It's, you know, this is giving mid. I didn't figure out which book this is. I'm so sorry. But she's the one that wrote, From Blood and Ash. But again, the cover would be okay. But again, it's centered. And again, it's like the weird details with the typo and just really unnecessary. But it's decent. So it's going into mid. That's how low my standards are. Shit like this is getting okay. Now, V-Schwab. I think this is a darker shade of magic. Maybe that's just me, but I hate the detail that when you cross it over, it changes color. Like, it's just kind of an unnecessary detail that nobody asked for. Giving mid, though, because, like, we've seen worse. Colleen Hoover. No clue which book this is. Terrible? Why is it black? Like, why is that third word black? Why is Colleen Hoover so big? Like, why is the name so big? There is no reason for the H being that big. It's a flop. Comic Sans font. Chloe Gong. I have no clue which book this is. Literally no clue. But it looks like Foul Lady Fortune. It looks basically the same, I think. But worse. Ah, Jesus! Ah! No, it's not good. Going into graphic design is my passion. This is a fun one. It's Twin Crowns, which I absolutely love the cover of Twin Crowns. Why did they do this? It's such a shame. Really, they took a cute cover that is actually well illustrated and really works and just said, no, we're gonna take everything away, change the colors, and save some money, I guess, which is an absolute idiocy. It's actually stupid. Like, why? The cover is so pretty. I know. The thing is, wherever you are in the world, the marketing works different. As you can see, most of the covers look the same. Like, the system is the same, the concept is the same. That's what works there, like, you know, in the German speaking. Even though, like, people in our age will probably disagree, and that's why they're continuing doing this. English speaking part, that's what, like, attracts to us. Like, you know what I mean? Like, stuff like this will not appeal to people like us. But because in the German speaking countries, that's what appeals to them. And like, there's just like years of like statistics, and it's terrible, but it's like what works. And in different types of like countries and different parts of the world, but it's still a shame. It's really a shame. Decent, I guess. It's giving Canva templates. That's also a fun one. I have never read these books. The Vampire Academy. Why is it giving Buffy the Vampire Slayer? Okay, like reenactment of the marketing team. Okay, we have a new vampire book series. It's gonna be the shit. What do we know? Okay, let's gather in. Okay, we have the Vampire Diaries. We have Twilight. We have Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Pretty Little Liars. What else do we have? They just took everything that was existing and thought, let's just smash it together and call it a day. Ah, terrible tragedy. But it's giving, graphic design is my passion. Some of these people should not have a degree. I'm sorry. This is also funny because it took me a while to figure out which book this is. I'm not sorry, like I said, if I get it wrong, tell me in the comments. I think this is To Kill a Kingdom. And again, I shitted on this cover and I didn't think they could make it worse, but they did. Why the weird details? Should it be like, it kind of looks like a palm tree. She's pretty though. But it's giving graphic design is my passion. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. We have two editions of The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. One is basically just the same as the English one, and the other one is a disgrace. Why the weird you know those glasses, like the little glass bowl, glass thing, ball that like psychics use? Why? Have you read the book? That makes no sense. Is that a seahorse? Also, if you do this, try to work with the perspective a little bit. It's still readable, you know what I mean? It's not made with the perspective, it's just kind of slapped in there. So this is also giving graphic design as my passion. And the other one is basically the same as the English one, just in blue. It's also giving graphic design as my passion because there's nothing else to say about it. Now the Night Circus. I actually like this one. Wow, we're actually having something that is going. Wow. It's good. It's great. It's cute. It works. It's a funny little mind-fucking design, which is great because that's what the Night Circus is all about. The only thing that I don't like is, again, with the first word, in a different font, also in small letters, and the rest. This is what kind of annoys me. And the placement of the author. I think that could have been inside the circle as well. But the design, let's talk about the design. Also, what is really, really bad choice is incorporated the publisher into the cover. You should never, your design should never be bothered by a typo, and vice versa, you know? And the little corner, not good, but I like the design. I really, really like the design. So it's going into, you get to judge every design you come by, but not the typo. You need to go back to class and learn how to do that. Okay. And the last book, like, I have 2 more books down there, but I want to eliminate one of those books. The other one is just the same one. It's again, The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. So this is the last book. Again, no idea what book this is. I didn't figure it out, but it's by the same author that wrote From Blood and Ash. Why the different typo? Why in the dark elements? Why is one in literally cursive kind of, or like italic in small letters, and so tiny and edging onto the design, and the other one is just slapped over the design in caps lock. Again, with the it's barely readable with the subtitle. It's white. Why don't you pick the same, like at least the color of the author's name is finally matching, like Jesus Christ, finally. But you can't read the white part. You can't read it, so it's also giving graphic design as my passion. Okay, and this is the second video of my tier list. We have no book cover in the top tier. That says a lot. Do better. Like I said, I chose fewer books this time to make it less work for me. But I hope you liked it anyway. People who speak German or anything, tell me what the books are. I couldn't figure it out. If you disagree, tell me. If you agree, tell me. If you want to see different languages, tell me. If you want to see a specific book series, tell me. I'm open. I really want to keep this series going because it's a lot of fun. And yeah, if you like this video, give it a like. Follow. If not, that's cool. We're chill. Don't forget to check out my first part of this video. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Happy reading, and I'll see you in the next one.